What is up? This is Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, doing another Batman animated series episode review, and today it is going to be on the episode titled Second Chance. Now this episode is a continuation story of the fall and descent of Harvey Dent into his Two-Face persona, and the episode starts off very promising for Harvey. He has been doing better in his sessions at Arkham. The doctors are starting to think that he's doing better at making decisions by himself without having to use the coin and without giving control to Big Bad Harv. And so Leslie Thompson thinks that he's doing well enough where maybe if he gets a surgery to fix the left side of his face and become whole again, that will help his mental psyche as well and help repress his dual persona, the evil side. And it's a very cool episode. We get a flashback at the very beginning of how he became Two-Face, where he was chasing Rupert Thorne, and one of Thorne's thugs shot the Tommy gun while Batman hit him, making him hit an electrical circuit panel, and those wires went into a vat of acid, causing a chemical reaction and exploding half of Harvey's face, which gave him the scars on one side that helped bring about the physical manifestation of what was inside of him all along in Big Bad Harv / Two-Face. And so you could see after that flashback that Batman is just sad. He's like, man, I can't believe that happened. Because if you watch Batman the Animated Series, there's been a lot of episodes where we just knew Harvey as Harvey Dent. And we even see in like Pretty Poison, like Batman has a lot of care for his friend, and that he cares a lot about Harvey, and he wants the best for him overall. And then we see in the first origin story of Two-Face, where it's just called Two-Face Part 1 and 2, we see at the very beginning, Bruce is really concerned for his friend. He's starting to see the mental toll that campaigning was taking on him, and he was starting to see the different side of Harvey altogether. So we've seen this character story arc throughout, and this is basically the culmination of his storyline in Batman the Animated Series, the original at least. So right when he's about to get the surgery to become whole again on the outside, he gets kidnapped by a bunch of thugs. Batman and Robin go after them, but they are unsuccessful. And the big mystery is who did this? Who took Harvey? So Batman goes looking and looking, but on the inside, he knows already what's really going on. And so he goes to a construction site and yells out, "You might as well come out now. I know everything. You've hated Harvey all along. You wanted to destroy him this whole time." And then we see a shadowy figure emerge, and then some lightning goes off, and we see in a flash that it is actually Two-Face Harvey himself. And yet his dual persona has completely taken over, and he just says, "You're right," in his grovelly, cracky voice. "You're right. I wanted him dead, and he is weak," and all this stuff. And it's just heartbreaking to see that happen to someone that we've followed along this whole time, and you can tell that it really hurts Bruce. But he goes after Two-Face. There's a big confrontation, and eventually Batman brings in his friend to the police. And then at the very end, you see Bruce Wayne is standing there watching Harvey, and Harvey sees him, and for one last time, we see the real Harvey peek through, and as he looks at Bruce and says, "Good old Bruce, you're always there for me. You've always been there for me. You've always had my back." And Bruce just smiles and doesn't say much. He's just there for his friend. And that's the best part about this episode to me. It is sad, and it's emotional to see. But I think the best part is that Bruce is there, and he's just showing that he's there as a friend. He knows that there's not much he can do at this point for Harvey. There's a lot of mental scarring as well as physical scarring. So he knows at this point there's not too much he could do. He had the best doctors. He had everything available to him to make himself better, and he couldn't do it. So what is Bruce there for? He's just there as a friend. He's there to show Harvey that no matter what happens, he's going to be there for him. He's got his back. And that he always will love him. That's his guy. So that is the best part, I think, about the episode, because if you think about it, most of us, if we were in Bruce Wayne / Batman's shoes and that was your best friend that did that, you'd be like, you know what, screw this guy. Like, I've done everything for him. I've shown him there, I paid for his doctor bills, like. But Bruce, I think, knows better than anyone what trauma can do to one's psyche, and that the decisions they make aren't necessarily rational after that point. So it's really cool. It's another good episode by Paul Dini. I swear that wasn't a tear, it was an itch, I promise. Yeah. If you haven't checked this out, it's a definite must, especially because it is the last time that Harvey Dent shows up in the original Batman the Animated Series. So if you stay tuned later today, I will be doing an action figure review on what? I don't know. You'll have to wait and stick around and see. If you want to see my Instagram page and more pictures, please check out @BatmanFigs on Instagram, BatmanFigs on Instagram. All right? Thank you guys. I appreciate everything that you do to help support me and enjoy Batman as a community. It's a lot of fun. So thank you. I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I will see you soon.